Today, I wanted to show how to build another kind of filter. This is one someone had asked one of you that would like to have a filter that is a little bit better than the activated charcoal filters, the block filters that are popular now in Big Berkey and others like that. That's kind of the top of the line. There's also a filter that can be added to the bottom of that, and that is for fluoride and other chemicals that are not taken out by the activated charcoal filter. So today I want to show how to build one of those filters as simply as possible. And so I want to show you how to build or demonstrate to the best of my ability right now, the ability to make or put together a filter that would be the equivalent of a Big Berkey or something of that sort, but one that is also upgraded, let's say. This is the upgrade, and that is to have the carbon filters, up here on top. This is in the top bucket or chamber that I'll be using. The lid will come across here and the top. And then this is the fluoride filters that will be on it. You could use this to make one filter, and it would be slower, about take twice as long, of course, as if you put both of them in one. I about decided today to just go with just put the one, so that it'll use two filters. These four come together. I believe it was around $50 to $60, and I can't remember exactly. And there's different prices for these filters that you might pay. This I just got on Amazon, and these would be the replacement filters for a Big Berkey or equivalent type of filter. And so anyway, so that's what that's about. I'll show you what they look like. So you have two of the carbon filters, which are they're carbon blocks, and they will go in the top chamber or bucket, and then these will screw down on it to make it watertight, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. And then the other two filters are the fluoride filters, and they will be screwed on the bottom of that, and then that will go together to make the completed filter. And there's little things that have to be taken out of the bottom before it will. So we're going to try that. Let's just see what we can do today. First of all, I have a bucket, and this bucket was from a donut shop, and I've taken the labels and stuff like that off of it, cleaned it good, so that it's clean inside and out. Tried to get it just as clean as I could. And so this will be the basis for one of the chambers. So this will set in the bottom of this bucket, will set in its own top, or in a top. It's actually going to be the top of the other one. And so first of all, you'll set that together like that. I have decided that I believe this is a 3/8 drill bit, and of course I should have checked that, but anyway, I believe it's the right size for that. So what I want to do, you could put as many as 4 or 5, actually. You could actually put 5 filters in here. But on this, what I'm going to do, I've decided, and that's kind of on the spur decision, to make just one to divide them. And so I'm going to go right in the very center, and you can tell because there's a circle there, and I'm going to drill a hole through. Okay, and then all the way through, let me see. So I want to make sure that the other, that goes all the way through into the other bucket at the exact same spot. So like something like that. So that hole, you've got a hole in your bucket, and in your bucket, you got a hole in your bucket. Bucket, you got a hole. So anyway, hole in this bucket, you see, and a hole in the lid, as you can see, maybe. All right, let's see if I can get that right. I can show you. But anyway, you see the hole in the lid. So, okay. So now what I want to do is set that back on there. And I'll take one of these carbon filters and take the little nut off of it. I'll stick it down through this bucket. And because it's kind of tight, I may have to kind of screw it into it. Let's see. Okay, so it's just a little bigger than that hole that it made. So what I'm going to do is take another, which is a step bit, and I'm going to kind of ream it just a little bit. Try not to do it too much. And try it again. So, all right, so put the filter in the top bucket, and I'll put this little nut on it. Except I need to put the stop on it as well. See here, hopefully. All right, so there's a filter, and this in itself is already now a filter. So if you just wanted a charcoal filter, water filter, that would do it. If you didn't have concern about the fluorine or any of that, that's all you would need. That would be your water filter. You fill it up with water, put about 3 or 4 gallons in it, and set it on another bucket like this bucket here. You just set it on it. Are you able to see that? Yeah. And so then it would filter through to the bottom bucket. I'll show you one other thing on that in just a little bit. But anyway, so that would be that part. But if you want the fluoride filter, then you turn it upside down like this, and hopefully use this one right here, I believe. And it may be that you have to take that nut off at that point to put this on, I think. Yes, so now I'm gonna take that, I've got that on there good. I'm gonna take that nut off. He said he was. And what I'm doing, I'm just screwing the nut back off of it. Okay, I'm gonna put this, it's a washer that comes with it, made out of silicone or rubber one. Put that on there. Put your fluoride filter, which I've already taken the little blue stopper out of it. So you put it on there then, right there. Have to kind of push it to get it started, looks like. Then I haven't got it started, you just screw it all the way down. You don't want to over tighten it, I wouldn't think, but anyway, so that's mashing that rubber washer pretty good on this side, and I imagine on the other side too. So now you have a charcoal filter in the top, you have a fluoride filter in the bottom. Take out this little blue plug that will cause you a difficulty if you don't. And now that is the completed filter. That would work just as it is. I'm going to show you one other little trick though in it. But anyway, so there's the filter itself as it sits. Now, because it would make the water hard to get to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, hopefully you can see this. Everything is good. So about right here, maybe 2 inches up, I am going to use a step bit. And you see that I've drawn a black line on the strip bit. That is about how big around it needs to be, the opening, in order to put a valve on it. So I'm going to go here and put it about where I want it, and I think it's about right here. So I just now I want to see how well that seems to be size-wise. I think it might be a little small, but maybe not. Nope, just right. So turn that like that. Take the top filter out. It'll be a real surprise to all of us if this all works on it. But, and then there's a silicone compression washer. Put the regular nut on it, on this. And so fit that silicone washer, nut washer on the back of that. Get it in good into it. And then I'm going to put the nut on it. From one nut to another. All right. And that completes the filter part of this project. Charcoal filter, fluoride filter, and a spigot for taking the water out. So I'll set this on top of here this way. And hopefully that's about the right strength that's needed here. And I use a different bucket now. They say that you need 4 buckets for this. I see that you need at least 3. And that is now, I will want to fill that with water. No, we'll fill it. And in fact, what I usually do is I use 1 gallon jugs anyway. That's what I use for my filtered water. And so I just take the amount of tap water that I'm going to use, because I will have this up to about here with filtered water. I'll just put the water in it and let it filter through until it gets up, and that's about 3 gallons. And then I will use this to put the water into the jugs, and this is the way that I actually use them. All right, good morning. And so as I finished yesterday, I was just finishing up building the filter. I filled it up with water, about 4 gallons of water in it. And I waited for about 2 hours. I took 1 gallon off and put another gallon in. I waited another hour, took 1 gallon off and put another gallon in. Since then, I took off 2 more gallons and filled up my coffee pot reserve thing and all my drink cup and a few things like that to use up as much as I could. And what remains in it looks to me like there's about 1 gallon of water left in the one that's been filtered. This is filtered water on the bottom, and this is the unfiltered water, and there's about probably almost 2 inches of water left in it. So that's about how far down it goes. And my thinking is each time you take 1 gallon off, you put 1 gallon in. And if everybody would do that, or if I will do that when it's mine, then it will always have about 3 to 4 gallons of water in this bottom. The only thing I found in any of it where there was any leak or anything that I was not pleased with, I only hand tightened this valve, the spigot. And so when I go back after it's empty, I will tighten that a little bit tighter, not overly tight, but a little tighter, because it's just, I guess, the silicone washer that makes the connection between it and the bucket. And so anyway, I need to do that. And other than that, it looks to me like this filter works perfectly. It is the carbon filter on top, the fluoride filter on the bottom, in the bottom part, and will filter about 1 gallon per hour with just 1 carbon and 1 fluoride filter. And so that's good to know, so that a kit, just the refill kit to upgrade your regular Big Berkey, would be the 4 different cartridges all together, and they will would make 2 filters that will filter about 1 gallon each. If you want it faster than that, you could put them both in 1 filter, and it should do 1.5 gallon hour. The things that you can that it filters, I'll try to see if I can show you here. These are things that are filtered out of the water. So all of those filtered out, and you'll see in the very bottom under other contaminants, fluoride, and then other things of that sort. And so this is a higher efficiency removal of water contaminants, it says, to make pure and safe drinking water. And of course, the quality of the water you start with will make a lot of difference of how long the filters will last before they've got to be cleaned and all of that. And I won't get into the cleaning and all right now, but anyway, just to kind of give you the idea, this is indicating that the quality of the components have been examined and approved. And so anyway, this is the way to build this type of filter. And I will see you at the church in a little while. My intention is to have this filter there at the sink at the church for right now. And so that the water will be there. You can taste it. You can see what you think about it.
and I'll more than likely leave it there for a period of time. I don't know. We'll talk about or see about what we'll want to do that way to decide if what we're going to do. But while it's there, if you bring empty 1 gallon jugs, maybe, or if you drink anything out of 2 liter bottles, they're perfect to keep to store water in, just to wash them out good and fill them with the filtered water and then store it away under your bed or wherever you have a little room. And that's also a perfect way to store the water. I store mine in 1 gallon jugs because I use so much water. I use about at least a gallon a day. And so Joyce uses 5.5 cups a day. And so anyway, see you in a while.